Sometimes South Dakota just doesn't have everything you need. I know after watching a bunch of these videos, you're like, hey, this sounds amazing. Why would anybody ever think to leave the state of South Dakota? Hey everybody, I'm Tristan Emond with Mindful Living Realty, a realtor right here in Rapid City, South Dakota, the gateway to the Black Hills. During the past 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, the state of South Dakota has grown in population about 4%. South Dakota is up from about 888,000 people in 2020 to about 924,000 people in 2025. This trend certainly slowed down from 2023 till now. However, South Dakota is still seeing growth, and even our city officials predict that in the next 5 years, we'll have an additional about 8,000 people in the Rapid City area and up to 15,000 people in the Black Hills area. However, depending on what moving migration study you look at, whether it's from U-Haul or Allied Van Lines, or whatever it is, a few indicate there have been more outbound moves from South Dakota than inbound moves. What's that all about? Why would people want to leave the Mount Rushmore states? The first reason is probably the most obvious one, and that is jobs. South Dakota's economy does have strengths: agriculture, tourism, healthcare. But when you compare career opportunities and wage growth to bigger job markets, it's really kind of tough. Many folks are leaving for higher paying jobs that just don't exist here yet. Even with our high-tech school here in town, the South Dakota School of Mines, a lot of those kids are leaving town because there aren't any jobs for them to do what they want to do here in South Dakota. So we're seeing these graduates move for bigger markets that have the jobs that they really want to do. We see mid-career professionals leave for better tech, healthcare, and finance specialties. And other people are moving just simply because the work is outside of the state. Places like Minneapolis have big corporations like 3M and Target, and we can't even begin to compete with that here in South Dakota. One survey reported that more than half of the people that moved out of state, higher wage was the main reason. And that's just the way it is. So taking a job with better pay, better benefits in the field that you're interested in sometimes is out of state. The second reason people leave is politics. Now, a lot of people that I've helped move to the state of South Dakota have moved here because it is a conservative state. They're tired of things going on in whatever state or city that they were in, and they wanted to move into a more conservative location. However, many people that have left the state of South Dakota feel like it's too conservative. It's too red. Public Broadcasting did a survey, and they found the number one reason people are leaving South Dakota is because of said politics. Some people really love the conservative culture here. Does everyone leave because of politics? No, but it does contribute to people leaving, especially for people who feel isolated or out of sync with the culture. The third reason is what's called the youth brain drain. South Dakota has one of the highest rates of young, educated people leaving the state, partially for what we've just mentioned as far as the jobs and what jobs are available here in the state of South Dakota, but also gets into the other opportunities, the different kind of quality of life you find in the bigger cities, the bigger markets, more nightlife, more things to do, all the things that attract a young graduate, a young person who's ready for something new, different, and exciting. Without more high-skilled jobs here in the state of South Dakota, there's less of a reason the young graduates are going to stick around. Next, we got the double-edged sword of the quiet life. South Dakota, it's gorgeous. It's also quiet. We don't have the traffic jams of Dallas or Chicago. For us, a 5-hour drive across the state isn't a big deal. You can fit over 3 South Dakotas in the Denver metropolitan area just by itself. But that same wide open, slow pace, take it as it comes lifestyle can leave some people feeling isolated and a little alone. Some of the things were mentioned were limited entertainment and nightlife options, cultural amenities that you're only going to find in larger areas, and it's a long way to get to the nearest metropolitan area to do some of these things. In addition to this, airline travel is hard. We just have regional airports. You're going to go from Rapid City or Sioux Falls to a hub, and then go for somewhere else from that. Where if you are living in a bigger city or living near a hub, travel is a lot easier and a lot cheaper than it is to fly into South Dakota. And a little bit of a slower, easier lifestyle, South Dakota might be an amazing place for you. But if you want that vibrant city life where you're doing something cool every night, going to a Broadway play, this new concert over here, so many different nightlife options, South Dakota might not be the place for you, and is a reason some people have left. A few years ago, I helped a young family move here from Denver, and a few years later, they decided, there's nothing to do here. We want to move. And so they did. The next reason is family. I've had a number of clients where the poll was grandkids. The grandkids were over here. So it was time to move to be closer to those grandkids. And as our parents are getting older, a number of people are moving out of state to take care of their parents wherever they are, to deal with them during their end of life stages. In addition to this, as the cost of living is rising and it's getting harder and harder to buy a property on your own, a lot of families are moving together in the same house. So sometimes that requires everybody to move together in one place outside of the state so that they can make this happen. Family events are a huge reason for people to be moving outside the state of South Dakota. And then we get into the sun effect. If you've been living in South Dakota for a long period of time, the winters, well, this year was not a winter at all. The winters can get long and cold and sometimes annoying. A lot of people in South Dakota start by buying a home in Mesa, Arizona, where we have an Allegiant flight directly flying to Mesa, or in Florida. They'll start with a vacation home that they visit periodically, and then becomes a snowbird scenario where they're there for half of the year, and then finally they decide, you know what, I'm tired of this cold stuff. I'm going south where I don't have to worry about it at all. Hanging out on the beach in the middle of winter is something that a lot of Midwesterners just simply dream about. Next, we got the reality of the cost of living. When you think of South Dakota, you're like, surely the home prices aren't that expensive. Life's got to be easy there, no problem. But that hasn't been the case, especially in the past few years. Our housing prices here in the Rapid City area rose 30% from 2020 to 2023. Now we're back to seeing home prices appreciate single digits year over year, but usually we do see a continual appreciation of home prices in our area. Add that to the higher prices of pretty much everything else, and the cost of living in the state of South Dakota is a little bit higher than you might expect. Yes, we have no income taxes. That's great. That's amazing. That will save you a bundle. However, our property taxes, not the cheapest in the nation. In fact, we are like number 35 on the list of 50 when it comes to where number one is the cheapest. We're not exactly the cheapest when it comes to property taxes. And our home and car insurance is also a bit nuts with the amount of wind and hail we get here in the Mount Rushmore state. Add in the lower wages that we have in our areas and the distance it takes to get things shipped, making everything a little more expensive. Sometimes people move to find better wages to help them afford whatever place they're in, or they find better jobs with the more amenities that they value. People are leaving the state of South Dakota for different reasons. Some economical, some cultural, some personal. There's really no one reason. It's really a mix of trade-offs based on where you want to live, what you want to do, and how that's all going to work with your family. But just because the people are leaving the state of South Dakota doesn't mean the state's collapsing. The people that I'm helping to move to our area are the people looking for a slower pace of life, a better quality of life, and easier life in general. Whether or not you feel the area is expensive really depends on what you're used to. A lot of people coming from the metropolitan areas will find things a lot cheaper here. But if you're coming from the state of Alabama, you might feel like things are really overpriced. And fortunately, our city and economic leaders are well aware of the fact that we need to bring in more tech jobs. They're doing what they can to increase our workforce here in the state of South Dakota to hopefully keep some of the amazing talent that we've got in our local challenges right here at home. If you want higher paying jobs, a huge nightlife with more amenities, or maybe a culture that fits your job, that's fair. You need to go where you need to go. However, if that slower paced life, hanging out with your family, having a little more space, and some lower taxes are in your wheelhouse, South Dakota might be the place for you. If you like this video, make sure you check out this cost of living video I did in 2025. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Remember, love where you live.